whatever works for me might not work for you. Thankfully, technology has advanced tremendously, and we're able to look at your genes and make sure that the method that you're using is the one that is best for you. Yes, there's other companies out there, but don't let them fool you. They claim to be personalized, however their recommendations are usually vague and premature. So that's what makes us different. Our deep understanding of the metabolic pathways at a genetic level. We are researchers at the Mayo Clinic, where we have the resources and the knowledge that can get us to validate our system and stand out from the rest. So the process is very simple. All you have to do is go online, order your kit, send us your swab sample, let us do the SNP genotyping, get your results, and get coached. So you're not just going to get the results. We're going to be with you until you reach your goals. We're going to have a phone application where you'll be able to look at your results. This is just 2 of the genes, and also be able to track your meals, find recipes, get your exercise routine, and monitor your progress. So going back to the numbers, if 45 million Americans are on a diet each year, and you multiply that times the subscription fee, that's almost $7 billion of potential market. We're here today because we believe in our company, and we want your investment. And because it really doesn't matter if you're Sally, a mom of 2 kids that have to work full-time, or you're just Mike who's trying to lose some pounds to impress the ladies. We're confident that Gene Coach will work for you, and we're really excited to be part of your weight loss journey until you reach the best version of yourself. Thank you so much.
Questions?
So how much does a kit cost, and are there follow-up costs, or is this just a single item introduction?
So that's what's going to make us special. We're trying to get probably $150 at the beginning for the kit and for the first month of subscription. Then if you want to keep being coached, then it's going to be like another monthly fee.
Are you looking to incorporate any analysis of your microbiome, gut microbiome? Because that has a tremendous influence on your metabolism. In fact, they may regulate it.
Yeah, definitely. Because the microbiome is going to tell how you're going to metabolize and how fast you're going to be able to use the nutrients. That's a really good point.
How much of a difference is there genetically? Like, is it that I should train dramatically different than someone with different genetic tests, or is it like a slight difference?
Well, if you look at just one polymorphism, it might not be that different, but we're trying to do like parallel screening to have, correlate a lot of the genes that we know that are crucial for your metabolism. So, I don't know, maybe one gene might have a 30% allele frequency difference, but once you have all of it together, then we can, just get the best method for you.
Tell us about your customer discovery process. How do you know people pay $150 for the kit plus a monthly fee? Who have you talked to, and how many potential customers have you spoken to about that?
Well, first of all, myself, I've done this. I've tried 23andMe, but I don't really think it's very helpful. Also, we had customer interviews at the gym. They were really, really excited to try this out. And just the statistical, just looking at how many people, there's a lot of people that spend money trying to, get fit and look better.
How many SNPs do you think you're going to have to look for or test to get to a meaningful, individualized program?
Yeah, well, right now we're looking just at weight loss. We might have to look, we're trying to decrease the number just to get the really important ones, so that to decrease the price. But we probably might look first like around 30 SNPs. And then from there, depending on what you want, then the analysis will get larger.
When will I be able to order this?
Well, first we're trying to probably start like a pilot where we're going to ask the people who has already done the analysis probably and with other companies. So just help them get coached. So we're going to start with that, and then once we start doing probably in a year we might be able to. Thank you.
Great. Love the questions. Love the answers. Okay. We're Genetipure, please come on down. And we'll have the presenters use the lapel mic so that we can use the wand we hand off.
We're okay with one, please. We're okay with that one.
Okay,
So
perfect.
I think they can.
Okay.
Oh, that was the other option.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dr. Anker, just
Yeah,
give
next
him
person
that.
ready with the lapel?
Just don't worry about the lapels.
Okay.
Pick the lapels.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Jake from Genetipure, and we're making a healthier alternative to the miniature horse. Cute, right? Miniatures today suffer from a number of hereditary health problems. If you own an animal with one of these disorders, you can expect to spend in excess of $12,000 in extra veterinary costs over the lifetime of your pet. Recent equine genetic literature has pointed to a number of genetic locations that control for size. We believe that by finding healthy, normal horses and genetically editing their offspring, we can create what we call the micro horse. And today, we're asking for $100,000 to make the first one. We've evaluated the unhealthy miniature horse market and put the value at $28 million. But we expect with the introduction of the micro horse to put a zero on top of that number. But that's not all. This technology will enable us to tackle a number of health problems throughout the companion animal world. Years ago, when the equine world exploded in popularity, a number of top stallions would produce over 1,000 foals in their lifetime. Turns out some of these successful studs carried genetic disease. And today, in the Belgian draft, at least 90% of the population carries a harmful metabolic disorder. In 2009, the Kennel Club expected a third of all dogs to develop a serious health condition by age 5. Imagine instead if all dogs were able to live a long, healthy life to old age. With Genetipure, this may someday be a reality. What this company represents is the opportunity for a new platform for improved companion animal health, starting with the micro horse. As a member of the Genome Writers Guild, I am immersed and trained in one of the world's best genome engineering communities. My company will have insider's access to improvement of our core technology as it becomes cheaper and easier to use. I've also reached out to a number of our top animal health institutions, and with their strategic partnerships, we can begin to improve our animals in parallel as the understanding of how animal health genetics informs animal health outcomes. I'm Jake from Genetipure, and if you want to talk about how we're going to make the next generation of healthier pets, you can talk to me after the presentations today or email me. Thank you very much.
Hi, Jake.
Hi.
So I'm just curious why you chose the micro horse as your first project.
Great question. So, of all the horse breeds, the miniature horse probably suffers the worst from these genetic problems. It's a result of selective breeding for their size, and a lot of times breeding practices involve inbreeding, so you see a lot of what would be normally rare genetic disease being really prevalent.
Two-part question, Jake. The existing market is $28 million. What's the math on that? Where does that come from?
So I observed I took a survey from the American Horse Association. They did a survey a few years back and estimated the miniature horse population in America. I extrapolated from an average cost of the miniature horse to that number of population in the United States.
I assume you're going to be genome editing or engineering to do this, and if you're doing it by breeding, how long does it take to get to your goal?
So I expect, at least to make the first horse, that it'll take 2 years. A minimum 1 year for gestation, and then a year to bring all the elements together, including the services I'll need for the technique.
Could you go into a little more detail about what your technique is?
So I didn't mention this, but this approach wouldn't have been possible a few years back, and that's because of some of the advances we made in animal reproductive biology and understanding that. There are a number of in vitro fertilization techniques and understanding how we can get a number of fertilized embryos to make this financially possible. Also, the fact that this occurred in China in dogs already last year was a big indicator that this was possible in other animals as well.
I've heard of micro pigs. Have you guys learned anything from how folks are trying to break that market open and how well adopted they're becoming?
So the micro pig sort of informed the original idea for the micro horse, as you can see by that similar nomenclature. But I haven't done my homework on how they're trying to break into the market. But from the customer interviews I've done, the sheer cuteness factor alone is really overwhelmed some people. So I think there's definitely going to be a sell, obviously, as it's a new product. But I think it's not a very uphill battle.
And only half joking, is a nano horse not far away? Chihuahua
well, we can keep it on the table for now.
We have a duo presentation here. And they get extra kudos because they helped make all of the AV system work at the beginning before everybody wandered in this room. So thank you very much. Ready?
Hi, my name is Alec Kolila, and I'm a PhD student here at Mayo Clinic, and I've dedicated the last 3 years to studying genetic hearing loss.
And my name is Panos Teorezoudis, and I'm a doctor and a researcher working at the neurosurgery department. Today, we're going to talk to you about our first product, Go Audio.
According to the Hearing Loss Association of America, about 20% of Americans have reported some degree of hearing loss. That means that 1 in 5 people in this room will develop hearing loss in their lifetime.